Do I have to talk into this thing?
Put the chair up there.
Yeah, no, I could use one of those. What do we got?
You got the Stanley Cup.
What's that?
You got the Stanley Cup.
I kind of want Vegas to win, to be honest with you. I have no emotional attachment to them, so probably be the easiest to see them win.
That was financial.
Although if they lose, the Wings will get a better pick, so maybe that's what I got to root for. But
Are you healthy? Oh, I was to say, are you healthy?
I feel pretty good. I do. You know, obviously this time of year is kind of getting back into shape, working with the guys again, and but just thinking back to last year, this time I was just getting off crutches, so way ahead of where I was last year. But you know, obviously it's early on, and you know, just working hard. Got a long way to go.
What are your first impressions of Davidson? I know you guys haven't been on the field together, but just maybe some first impressions of your new offensive line coach.
Yeah, I think I mean he's been around this league for a really long time, so he's had a lot of success everywhere he's been. You know, I know right now is kind of the period where you know, we're just getting to know each other a little bit, work on that relationship, and I'm sure as we move forward here in the next couple of weeks, we'll start to get into more football stuff. But obviously, you know, he's done a lot of good things where he's been, so you know, excited to work with him.
TJ, how important is that relation? The offensive line in itself is a tight unit just by the nature of the position. How important is that relationship with the whole unit and the coaching staff?
Well, it's huge. I mean, because offensive linemen are judged off how you play as a unit, really not as individuals. So, you know, we're working on building that chemistry right now. We've got some new faces in the room, and everybody's just excited to get back to work. We got a long way to go, but you know, we've got some guys in that room who've got a lot of talent and a lot of experience. So, but yeah, that's something that we have to take a lot of pride in. You know, obviously working well as five.
What's the biggest reason to believe that you guys will be better up front this year? The change in scheme, or why do you think you guys will be?
I don't know. I mean, seems like we're a long way away from playing a game. So right now we're just working on getting in shape. You know, building some chemistry in the room. That's not really our focus right now. We're just worried about taking care of ourselves and getting better as individuals. And once we hit the field, once we put the pads on, then we can start, you know, making goals for ourselves and for our unit.
How much do you talk as a unit, or do you think about individually doing what you guys can to improve the run game that's been bad for a while?
But like I said, I mean, it's early on in the process. You know, we haven't really gotten to dive into a lot of things from last year, things that we're going to try to do this year. I mean, everything right now is mostly in the weight room, you know, running on the field. So I'm sure that's a step we'll take here soon, but it's no secret. I mean, everybody in that room, especially the line room, wants to be able to be responsible for our part of having a well-balanced offense, and that requires you run the ball effectively. So that's probably going to be an emphasis of ours as we move forward into some on-field drills.
How frustrating was last year in general with the durability, both individually and then just kind of the revolving door of starting lineups for the whole unit?
Yeah, I mean, at the time it was frustrating. Right now, though, I think, you know, there's not one guy in the locker room that's talking about last year. Everybody's focused. There's new optimism. I mean, new excitement around the locker room, and we don't care about last year anymore. We obviously, everybody's well documented the things that we went through, especially as an offensive line, you know, with injury-wise and obviously performance. So we're not going to hinder on that. We're going to, you know, obviously try to learn from our mistakes, but we've got some new guys in that room. It's a totally different team this year, so we're going to have to figure out what we do well and move forward from there.
I don't know if you go back and reassess this after the season, but what do you think was the biggest thing that held you guys back up front last year?
I don't know. I think the biggest thing that jumps out is the injuries, you know, and I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm just, you know, myself. It was a couple things here and there just seemed like, you know, I couldn't shake it. So, hey, a big part of that is in the NFL is luck, you know. I mean, but, you know, that's last year. I know everybody else is excited just like I am, you know, to get back to work. So we're going to try not to talk about last year a whole lot. We know it wasn't a great year for us, but it's a new day, it's a new year, and we're ready to turn the clock forward.
You
pay any attention to the draft relative to what the Lions need, or at all? Do you look at mock drafts, or do you totally ignore the whole process?
No, I don't. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, it's hard to judge guys coming out of college, so I don't really pay attention to it. No.
Not even the Eastern guys?
If Eastern has a couple guys, I don't know how they're doing this year, but I keep track of them. But you never know. So that's not my it's not my responsibility in this building, and I try not to pay attention to it.
Yeah, TJ, the schedule comes out later today. It's kind of leaking out now bit by bit. As a player, do you care about that stuff, the primetime games, or who you play, when you play, and all that?
For me, the only thing I look at, to be honest with you, is the bye week. So, and that's just trying to plan on. Hopefully, it's in the middle of the season. Hopefully, you can split it up a little bit. But heck, I mean, there's teams last year that there's so much change throughout the league every year, year to year. Teams that are good are going to be bad. It just the opposite, and I don't pay attention to it, honestly. I know you guys get a big kick out of it this time of year and start making the predictions, but as a player, we're 5 months away from playing a football game, so a lot can change from here till then. And right now, my focus is just on the present, making sure I'm ready to go.
You haven't seen it yet, obviously, on the schedule?
No, I haven't.
First game is against the Jets on Monday Night Football.
Is that a rumor? Or?
It's reported by some very, very credible people.
Oh, great.
So just...
I'll get excited in September, I guess. I don't
or, like sort of the debut of the Patricia era, the new Lions. I mean, would that be anything?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if that's true, I don't know. I mean, I've never been a guy that really cares if we play at 1 o'clock or Thursday or Monday, and obviously I think it gets portrayed to be bigger in the media, but football, it's just a football game. So, and like I said, I mean, I'm not even in a mindset to start thinking about playing games yet. Just doing what I can now to try to stay healthy and get stronger.
Did you do anything interesting this offseason?
No, I didn't.
Really, nothing at all?
Nothing. No, my son's in first grade, so I have to plan everything around his schedule. So I did go to Florida for a couple of days, but I wouldn't say there was too much excitement going on. It was just nice to get out of this long winter. So that's it. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
The winter's still happening.
Yeah, no kidding. Ready
Mike
to pull out the
asked-
golf clubs.
I'm sorry.
More for TJ?
Mike asked about your health to open things up. I mean, you dealt with some nagging stuff last year with the foot, the back. I mean, was there a point this offseason when you just realized your body was feeling good again?
Yeah, I think it took, just like every year, I think it takes a couple weeks, just resting and, lounging around to where you start to kind of feel good again. And luckily for me, all the injuries I had last year, I didn't need any surgeries or anything. I just knew I needed a little bit of time to rest. So it came pretty quick. I want to say by February I was feeling pretty good. And just compared to where I've been the last couple of years, last year was hip surgery. The year before that was shoulder surgery. I'm not making any big, predictions here, but this is the first time I've done an off-season workout in 3 years. So I'm definitely excited about that.
What are your impressions of LeGarrette Blount? What do you think about blocking for Tyler Baggett, his style?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, still trying to get to know him a little bit, but just looking at his resume and his reputation of being a bruiser around the league for a long time, I think anytime you can add a guy like that to your roster is going to help. So, but you also understand as offensive linemen, we got to do our part to make sure that, he can showcase what he's about. So it's a team effort, and excited to have him on board.
One more for TJ.
What was your first impression of Coach Patricia, and any observations or thoughts on him since that first time?
Yeah, he's another guy who comes from a very successful team, has won quite a few championships, and knows the way it's supposed to go, knows how winning football, how it looks. So excited to have him as a coach. I think the biggest thing you get from guys throughout the last couple weeks is he's always excited every time you talk to him. He's very passionate about this game, and it's going to be fun to work with him. I think anytime you get a chance to work with a guy with such a great resume that he has, you obviously got to be excited about that.
I just want to ask about the Pro Bowl real quick too. I mean, you'd been in the league a long time to finally you went out there.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that experience like, just to go out there and be a part of that?
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. I think the biggest thing was I got to take my family out there, my kids, and go spend the week down in Florida. And it was a good time getting to know some guys from other teams and being down there with Slay, and obviously being able to represent the team, my teammates, coaches, the city. It was nice. It meant a lot. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Talking with TJ getting picked up for a second season.